You are now tuned into Two Drunk Sistas podcast, unscripted and uncensored. Grab yourselves a drink and enjoy.
Hey guys,
welcome to
Two Drunk Sistas podcast.
I'm D
and I'm W.
Thanks for tuning in for another episode.
Hey, gosh, I feel like I'm the tenor because I automatically go Two Drunk Sistas podcast,
and I go
and then you go
Two Drunk Sistas podcast.
I'm that baritone voice. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, that sounds weird. Okay.
The drinks are hitting.
Okay, they hitting.
The drinks are hitting. Thanks for tuning in for another episode, guys.
All right. What we sipping on? We got some
word?
rhythm coconut. Damn. I want to see how that sounds. Yo, that's my other alternate ego. All right. Okay.
This is the Clarke's Court. This is a Grenadian rum.
Oh, man, that thing is nice.
Yeah, it's called Rhythm Coconut.
Rhythm. You got the rhythm, man. Rhythm. We got the RIDDIM. Okay.
Not that rhythm.
Rhythm. Okay.
Okay, guys. That is what we're drinking. Cheers.
Yes, cheers.
Oh, that's nice.
Nice.
All right.
Okay.
Today we're going to be talking about Baghead. Baghead.
Froghead.
Baghead. Okay, this movie came out in 2023. It's about a young woman who inherits a rundown pub and discovers a dark secret within its basement. It's a shape-shifting creature that lets one speak to lost loved ones, but not without consequences. This is a Shudder film. Shoulda not saw this movie.
Shoulda not.
You know what? It wasn't that bad.
It actually wasn't that bad.
It wasn't good either.
You know what? It wasn't great, but I think I would have. I think I would if they would have asked me like, so, do you prefer Baghead or do you prefer Divorce in the Black? Then I would have been like, Baghead.
Damn.
Sorry, Tyler Perry.
First of all, the Divorce in the Black is not in our genre.
It definitely is
not in our genre.
It's not, but that goes to show you like how bad Divorce in the Black. Okay, never mind. Sorry. Next, moving on.
So this movie, the characters in the movie, the main character, her name is Iris, and her best friend Katie. Of course, she's living in, she's like down on her luck. Okay, so it starts with her being down on her luck, and she's going back to her apartment that she's been evicted from.
Right.
And then of course, I feel like this movie is like a beat the beat movie.
What's
because
beat the beat?
It's like she got evicted from her apartment. Then she got the phone call. Then she's on a plane.
Yeah.
Then she had the good thing.
Yeah.
Then she
inherits this thing
because her dad had this property.
Yeah.
And then the dad died.
Yeah.
And then now she inherited this thing. So all she could think about is like, oh, bitch,
I got a place to stay.
Because she ain't got no money.
She ain't no money.
But her best friend was like, look, you ain't gotta worry about that. I got you. Because at first I was like, are they lovers? Like, what's?
You couldn't tell.
Yeah, I couldn't tell because I thought they were.
I thought that was her homegirl, but Dee was like, I think that's her girlfriend. And I'm like, okay.
Because the way they were like, you should be doing this, we're doing this for us. I'm like, so y'all together or not
like,
together?
What's going on?
It was really confusing. Anyway,
yeah.
She inherited this, at first I thought it was an apartment complex.
I did too. But then when we seen the sign that said Queen's Head, it was like, it's a bar or a restaurant.
Right.
Or whatever.
And then I said, no, it's like those places that had those ends, the ends that
ends.
has the bar at the bottom, and then you have the hose at the top.
I did not see that coming.
You got the hose, but the rooms at the top.
Yeah.
What we call them? We call them rooms.
Bed and breakfast?
No, not the bed and breakfast, girl.
Oh my god!
What? Those
the brothels?
The brothels, yes.
Yeah,
it's like, but this one is not a brothel. I thought this was like a brothel because it was a queen's head. But anyways,
she inherits this property and she's down on her luck, and so she goes. She hasn't spoken to her dad in years, and she doesn't know what the fuck is going on. You know what I'm saying? That very night she's there, this random guy comes and's like, I need to get in the basement, and she's like,
bitch, I ain't got the key.
Who the fuck are you?
Yeah,
First
who
of
are
all,
you?
What do you want? It's so obviously the audience is like, okay, clearly there's a backstory here, but we don't know the backstory. So she tells the guy, like, look, I don't know what you're talking about. And he's like, listen, here's $4,000. I can give you more. And she's like, you know what? I'm broke. She obviously didn't say I'm broke. But we know
she broke as hell.
She broke. So she like, all right, come back tomorrow.
Right. But she grabbed that money though.
What? Quick.
She grabbed that money quickness.
Quick in a hurry.
So whilst
and whilst is the perfect word.
So when before she meets the guy, she gets the inheritance of the pub. She meets this guy, and I believe the guy is like the attorney of the estate.
Yes.
Right? And so he's telling her, it's like, hey, listen, I know a guy that probably would take this off your hands. But the girl was like, appreciate you. The guy, but the girl was like, okay, yeah, I want to stay in this property. So she looked at the property from the outside and said, yo, I want to go inside and see what's up, see what's popping, because it looks fucked up outside. I wonder if it looks fucked up inside. And it does look fucked up inside.
It does look fucked up inside.
Anyway, so she went up in there and she's looking around, and the guy was like, this is really old, and I know some investors, so you don't have to worry about it. So the girl was like, okay, bet, I want the property. And the guy was like, all right, cool. So they went back to the office.
And he seemed weird, though. Like, he seemed like he knew.
He was fidgety.
Yeah, because the camera focused on the ring, so obviously
because on the door where this creature resides, there's a bunch of ruins on the door. It looked Nordic.
It looked Nordic, And so his ring matched that, as well as the pen he gives her to sign the deed.
Right. And she noticed it.
Yeah.
Because when she was looking at it, she was like, I know in her mind she was putting two together. But like, I'm slow, but I'm not that slow.
Yeah.
But you are, because you still took the fucking pen and still signed your fucking name on the goddamn deed. Stupid ass. Yeah, so anyways, so the deed that she signed, I don't know. It's like, I would have been like, yes, the house is old, but why the fucking paper look like it's been in the 1700s?
And he tells her, like, it's something along the lines of, like, it's old. It's like the original. I can't remember what verbiage he used, but.
So they're writing on papyrus? Pepper?
I thought, you know what I thought? I thought the minute he gave her the pen and she was about to sign, that the pen pricked her finger and then blood dripped. I'm like, oh, that's the signature. And he would pull it and be like, that's good.
That's good enough.
That goes to show you how many fucking things we watch.
Or she signed it and then he go poof and it's gone.
And it's gone. So I'm like, okay. So, the guy just looks weird.
Yeah, the guy looks weird. The paper that she wrote her damn name on looks weird. The pen that she wrote looked weird.
And also, too...
Or had an inscription.
Yeah, there were other names, and these obviously were the names of the previous owners.
Right. And then, like, the crazy thing is, it just looks like names... You know how you go to a restaurant and they got all the names on the wall?
Yeah.
It looked like that. And then you, like, sign your name at the bottom. Oh, okay, sure, why not?
Sure. Yeah, sure, why not? Right. I'm not signing that shit.
So she's signing it and stuff, but while she's signing it, the guy is like, okay... It's your property now.
And all that comes with it, or something like...
Everything that comes with it is yours
It's
now.
your responsibility. Just the verbiage that he used, you if you were in the right state of mind and you were, like, intelligent, you'd be like, well, what do you mean? Like, is there something going on with this place?
Right. Now, before all this happened, before she came down, it showed a guy, which is Iris's dad. Mm-hmm. He was... You could tell he was in duress. He was drinking, and he was just looked like he was just tired of his life. So he went to the basement with the bag lady. We
with
the Baghead lady, and he was saying like, this ends with me. Nobody's gonna be able to come down, because the guy that Iris bumped into was the guy in the beginning with the father, because he wanted to go down to the basement. The father said, you take your fucking money and you shove it up your ass.
Right, because he was like, it's you're in grief. You're basically grieving, and ain't nothing. There's nothing here for you.
Right, so you need to take your money,
take your grief, and get out of it.
And get out of here.
Make the tree and get out of here. All right,
back. Okay, so now she done wrote. She done wrote her name on the thing. The guy was like, okay, it's yours. Peace be unto be with you. Peace be with you. Then she left the place. She called the best friend. She like, hey friend, best friend.
Hey friend, hey.
Hey best friend, guess what? Girl, your girl done came up.
I got a pub, girl.
Your girl done came
it's
up.
It's haunted. But can you imagine? You call your friend like, hey girl, hey. So I inherited the pub. It's haunted.
Okay,
but you know what?
Cute, though. That sounds
but
cute.
You know what? She in the basement.
She don't know what's in the basement yet. Now.
Oh yeah, that's right. But I think something's downstairs.
Him downstairs? Something downstairs.
Something downstairs, but I don't know.
The friend she's like, friend, this don't sound right, friend.
Friend, I'm coming up. She's like, no, friend.
You don't need to.
Girl, come up. Friend, I bought the ticket. All right, then, friend.
Okay, friend, come on.
You might die. You might die, though.
Come on up, best friend.
You will die here. You will die here.
Oh, going to die down here. So the best friend came over. And she showed the best friend and the best friend named Katie. And Katie's like, what the fuck?
Katie like, listen, we out of here, ho. She like, no, friend. She like, listen.
Put all the papers in the bag.
No,
let's get the fuck out of here.
We can make it work. You could be an attorney.
Yep.
I could do my artsy fartsy. And then we could just be in this thingy.
Katie was like, no, bitch.
Togethery. And Katie like.
In this dancery.
Oh my God. See, Katie like, man. Hey, friend, hey. This place don't sound right. So we need to do something. We got to get out of here. We got to get out of here. So, Katie, the Iris like, no, listen. We're going to I just need a couple days. That's it. That's all.
Right, but Katie was like, bitch.
Katie wasn't feeling that. Katie like, this is weird. Like, we let's leave now. No. So, they stay put. Buddy comes back.
Yeah, Buddy comes back the next day.
Yeah.
With the money. And he was like, I already know what I need to do.
You can stay up here because I know.
He's like, I know. Just get the key to open the door.
Right.
And I know what to do. 1, 2, 3, and you know what to do.
They all go down there.
Right. So they're all waiting. There's is a couple steps down to the basement.
Yeah.
There's a hole in the fucking wall. There's a chair in the middle of the room. And they all
there's 2 chairs.
Oh yeah, 2 chairs in the middle of the room. And then there's a broken brick hole on the wall. Yeah. And the green grass grows all around. So they're waiting. So the guy, what's his name?
His name is Neil.
So Neil comes out and says, come on out. And so they're waiting, and Katie and Iris was like, man, ain't nobody coming out that shit.
Listen, Katie said, Iris, let's skedaddle.
Right. She really wanted to say, Iris, you in danger.
You in danger, girl. She like, let's go. And Iris, and so Iris is like, I'm not listening. She ain't listening to Katie. So the guy, Neil, proceeds to call and say, come forth. And I think Iris says like, come out, wherever you are, some shit like that. And so the thing proceeds to come out.
Right.
And y'all know these horror movies always got to get the hand with the
crack nails.
Crackling thingy. Well, listen, that doesn't do anything for us anymore. Okay, we're over that. You guys need to do something else. Okay, no more of the leg going over the head and on the wall. That shit is boring.
The contortionist.
We're done.
So she came out the wall doing the contortion.
Right. So we're done.
Right, with the bag over her head and the hole in the bag where you can see the eye.
Yes.
So we don't know what's under there.
Right.
So she comes out. Neil gives her the ring. And she eats the ring. She lifts up the bag, not all the way, and then she puts the ring in her mouth. And then she turns into Neil's mom.
Yeah, and at first Neil said, "This isn't right."
Right, because she never did that before. Because she only just feels the object, and then. But what happened is that stupid ass Iris didn't look at the instructions that her dad left for the previous owner. To let them know, like, hey, this is what's down there. This is what you need not to do. Yeah. But she ain't listen. She ain't do that shit. So
so Neil was like, this something is wrong. No, I want to see my wife. So he ends up seeing his mom. He starts to talk to the mom, and the mom is like, wait, what's going on here? And she was like, Charles, Child, it's not you. And so and she's like, no, wait. No, she's not. She's like, wait. She's like, wait, no. This is like almost like it can't be you. She don't know her ass is dead, basically. Right. Mm-hmm. And so he's asking. So he immediately like goes to her and is like, why'd you do it? Like he's asking the mom like, I found you. Like, why'd you kill yourself? Basically, and mind you, Iris ain't know that there's a time limit on this stuff.
Right.
So now, had she watched the video, she would have known that you only supposed to do 2 minutes. Because after 2 minutes, the entity can take over,
and you won't be able to control them.
Yeah, and then it fucks with your head.
Right.
So now Neil is like trying to get answers from his mom, and shit just go way left. Okay, they eventually have to like. When Iris realizes that the entity obeys her, Neil kind of says like, tell her to do this, tell her to do that. So eventually they put the bag over her head and she kind of goes back to normal.
Mm-hmm. So now after that altercation, because the stupid ass nigga ain't tell Iris that the ring that he gave the witch, the ring that he gave the creature was the mom's ring. Mm-hmm. And so that's the reason why the creature turned into the mom. And the mom, and he was talking to the mom. Clearly he got mama issue. Goddamn.
He could have mama. And I was telling D, I was like, wait a minute. He talking about that's the wife's ring. But I really think that he gave the mom's ring to the wife. So how are you going to how are you going to expect for the entity to summon your wife when that ring originally does not belong to her?
Right.
Come on, this is one-on-one spirit.
Right. He ain't know that.
101.
He a newbie.
101 spirit.
he wet behind the ears.
He's wet behind the ears. Come on now.
So after that altercation happened, because after the 2 minutes, that bitch went psycho.
Psycho.
Bag lady went psycho, okay?
She became a lady. She without the bag.
She became a creature. A creature. And so they all was running for their lives. Mm-hmm. When they ran out that door and they slowed that door. They slammed that door.
So Buddy was like, okay, can I come back again? Like, nigga. Okay. We barely escaped with our lives.
Katie and I was like, bitch, you not coming back, motherfucker. Give me my goddamn money.
Yeah.
And he's like, okay, here's the rest that I owe you.
The thing is that to him, money is no object. So he clearly is trying to say goodbye. He tells Katie that he's trying to say goodbye to his wife. So, she... What did she do? Because I don't even remember. Did she allow him to come back again?
So what happened was, after they did that altercation, Katie and Iris decided to watch the goddamn tape that the daddy left. Stupid ass.
That's right.
So now they decided to watch the tape. Now they know what is downstairs, because the dad was like, whoever inherited this property have to inherit what's in the basement. This is what's in the basement. There's a creature, a woman downstairs who can talk to the dead.
Yeah.
Only give her 2 minutes to talk to the dead, because after that,
you lose control.
And she takes over.
Yeah.
And so you're responsible for it. You can't do nothing about it. You're tied, and I'm sorry if you're looking at this tape. You're already dead.
You're dead, and basically, and you can't allow her to escape.
Right, and so your job is to be the guardian of her, and she can't leave.
Yeah, and to not let her get in your head, because she can. Mm-hmm. And
this message was self-destruct in 5 seconds.
Oh my God.
5 seconds.
And all this shit. So things start to get weird in the pub. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Katie was left to her own devices. And I believe Katie went to the door or something. And then a picture frame falls. And so Katie looks in the back of the picture frame and sees like the year and the name. And so she kind of... doing her own research, because I guess she is going to go to law school. So, these pre-law people are already nosy as fuck. So she's doing what lawyers do. Mm-hmm. And she wants to know, like, who the fuck is this guy? So she realizes that the guy in the photo is the so-called quote-unquote attorney.
She don't know that yet.
Oh, did she go to Iris and say, who's this? I don't remember.
Yeah, so what happened was that because the picture frame fell, she went to go do the research. She saw the two guys, and then she went in the back and she saw where the location was. Yeah. So she was doing research on the guy. Mm-hmm. And the guy in the photo was a previous owner of the building. Yeah. And so she was looking to see what happened to him. And what happened to him was he committed suicide. Okay. Which that's what they thought. Yeah. And so when Katie and Iris had a little toboggan debacle, whatever.
Yeah.
They got mad. She's like, bitch, you a hoe. And I'm like, fuck you.
She said, I'm out of
here. Iris was like, you're like a crutch. But at this point, the spirit done got into her head and stuff like that. So
yeah.
Iris is done crazy. So Katie was like, you know what, bitch, fuck you. And left. And then she was like, you know what? That's my friend. Hey, girl, hey.
Hey, girl,
I'm gonna look out for her. So she went to where the picture was taken.
Yeah.
And she looked to see where the guy who took his life. And when she broke into the place, she saw like there's like a bulletin board that had like
these connections to the pub.
Connections to the pub and who owned it and how did he get out of it. So Katie put two and two together and was like, oh, you was trying to get out.
Yeah.
So she took everything that was down on the bulletin board and then she went back. She was calling Iris to be like, hey Iris, I know we had a fight.
I found some shit.
You're right. I know we had a fight, but I found some shit. I'm coming back to the pub.
Yeah. Yeah. And then so she eventually gets back to the pub and she calls like, Katie. Oh, hello.
Iris.
Iris.
Oh, like she called her own name?
She called her own name. She was like, Katie, oh, it's me. My bad. She calls Iris. Iris doesn't answer. She goes upstairs, doesn't see Iris. She calls, but we see Iris in another room, passed out, drunk.
Right,
drunk. And so, but the phone is on silent.
Drinking.
Yeah.
She's been drinking.
So she assumes that Iris is down in the basement because the door is propped open. But we know that the witch is obviously trying to get into Katie's head.
Right.
And so when Katie goes down there, Katie sees the watch that belongs to Iris's dad.
Right.
So she runs, grabs the watch. After she calls out Iris, there's, obviously she's not there.
Right. But before Katie was down there, when she went down to the basement, the bag lady came.
Right. The bag lady came and I think Katie fell.
And something
with the papers.
Something fell out out of Katie's bag.
Yeah.
Bag lady took a piece of the paper and she
ate
ate the
it.
bag.
Yes.
And Katie was like, bye! I gotta go.
But the thing said, wait. So Katie turns around and sees the guy that was in the photo.
And then this is where we realize that the story
behind the woman
who is in the basement.
In the basement. And so the guy tells her, like, the brother, back in the day, there was a brotherhood, and the brotherhood ended up they met a woman who was able to speak to the dead. And apparently when the woman didn't do what they wanted her to do, they branded her a witch.
Right, and she refused to do what they wanted her to do. They tried. I think they had their way with her. So I'm thinking that they raped her.
Yeah,
and because she refused to do what they wanted to do, they branded her and then they called her a witch.
A witch. So in those times
they burned her at the stake. So when she got burnt,
she put a plague on both their houses.
Right, because the spirit came back to life and put a plague on both their houses.
Yes.
And then plagued whoever that was in the brotherhood. Whoever tied to the brotherhood, that's who she cursed.
And I think she brought on famine and disease, the crops. So she basically she
was the 4 horsemen.
Basically.
And so the other people of the brotherhood decided to
do a ritual,
a dark magic ritual to hold her,
contain her, because they couldn't kill her.
Right, they can't kill her.
Yeah.
So they had to do this ritual to contain her, and then seal her up in the building, and then leave her there. Then you have these new age brotherhoods,
the descendants of the brotherhood.
Right, that's the new age, the stupid ass ones. They'd be like, "Yo, we can make a profit.
We can make some money." You know how it is. You greedy, and so they dug her up.
Right, they knocked down the wall, and then they brought her back, and then they used her.
But the more you use her, the more power she has.
Exactly. So this is where we find out the backstory of Bag Lady, the Baghead.
Baghead.
I'm gonna call her Bag Lady.
Bag Lady, Baghead. Yes.
So once we find out the information, then the guy was like, "Are you not the gatekeeper? Are you not the gatekeeper?" He was like, "Are you the key master?" He said that. He said, "Aren't you not the gatekeeper?"
Are you the gatekeeper?
And Katie's like, "No."
And there's nothing here but that.
Right. So now we know that she gone. The bitch dead.
Katie's dead. But the entity uses Katie to lure Iris down there so that Iris can go in to
the wall, because there's a certain line that she can cross.
Yeah.
That the bag lady can't be controlled.
Yes.
And so of course she hear her best friend calling her, so she crossed that line, and this is where she found the best friend saying like, "Oh my God, you found me. We gotta go. We need to hurry up."
We know that's not her.
And then they were trying to get out, and then that's when we saw the body of the best friend. I'm like, bitch.
Right, she utilized Katie's body, but then Iris realizes that, and Iris, obviously tries to escape and leaves and ends up. Oh, so Neil happens to be down there.
Lucky.
And helps Katie up there, and Neil's like talking to her. Neil gives her like something to help her rest. It's Ambien, so she's knocked the fuck out. Mm-hmm. And we all know, like, obviously Neil's gonna go back downstairs.
Right, he did that on purpose so he can talk to the bag lady.
Yeah, and so when Iris wakes up and realizes that Neil gave her this sleeping thingy, she walks down to the basement. But she doesn't fully let Neil know that she's there. So she's kind of listening because Neil's saying stuff like, I can take care of you. I want to be the guardian of you and all this stuff. And so
I said, you backstabbing.
And so she waits. She still continues to wait. And so entity.
Yeah, I forgot. Then we find out that since Neil said he wanted to say goodbye to his wife, we found out, okay, this is before this, we found out that Neil really didn't want to say goodbye. He thought that the wife was having an affair, and he's trying to find out who the wife was having an affair with. Ain't that some shit? Come say, I miss my wife. That's the only reason why.
That's the thing you asked.
You bring your wife back.
2 minutes.
You bring your wife back. You got 2 minutes, and you asking her who you was trying to leave me for.
Who that nigga is?
What's his name? I was like, where is this shit going? Oh my God, bitch.
But you know what? You be like, I have one question to ask, and then when the person really comes up, you're like, I got 1,000 questions. Like, no, nigga, you got 2 minutes.
No, he said, who that nigga that you was about to leave me for?
Who is it? So,
oh my God. Anyways, so going back.
No, so Neil's down there with the entity, and the entity becomes his wife, and the entity says to him, like, we could be together, and we can make this right, but you have to get rid of the guardian, you got
to get rid of Iris.
Because what Neil tried to do, Neil wrote his name on the deed, but the shit disappeared.
Yeah.
And the entity shook her head like that's not going to work.
Like, my name's on the deed. I can control you now. And she's like,
She's like, nah, because the guardian is still alive.
Right.
So you need to kill her.
Right.
So that you can become basically the new owner.
Right. And then we also find out that Neil drugged his wife.
Yes.
Because the wife wanted to leave Neil, so he drugged her, and she didn't know that she was drugged.
And she was pregnant.
And she was pregnant, and she went into the car to go drive somewhere, and this is where she died, because she died in a car accident. Mm-hmm. But this is when we find out what really happened. I was like, oh, man, I would leave your ass, too.
He got
horrible.
issues. Clearly.
Mommy issues.
Yes, which can be a very dangerous thing. Anyway, moving on. And so the entity says, he's like, well, I gotta kill her. I never killed anybody. He was like, how's she gonna find out, or if she's gonna find out? And the entity says she already knows. And so he looks and sees Iris kind of like running for the door.
Eavesdropping, and then she's running for her life.
Yes.
Running to get out of the way. He was running after her. The next thing you know, they ended up on the roof, and then next thing you know, he had her, and she was like, please don't. And he was like,
what did he say?
He said, long live the king. Hey, he dropped her. He didn't say long live the king, but that's how it was. He held both of her hands. He leaned it close. Long live the king. He ain't say that, but he did say, like, I'm sorry. He just let her ass. He said, I'm sorry, I gotta do this. He let her ass go.
I gotta do this.
She hit the floor. This is where I was like, oh, bitch, the table's turning this motherfucker. Now
I was like, they done killed the goddamn girl.
They killed the main character.
They killed the main character. I said, wow.
I was like, so
she's really dead.
She's really dead. I said, so where is this going? So he goes downstairs
with the body. He brings her body back into the building.
Right, back into the left. Back into the left.
Okay.
Back into the left. Sorry. So he brings her back with the body, and then he goes to the Baghead and say, okay, I did it. Now bring her back.
Put my name on the deed.
He said,
bring her back so she could put my name on the deed.
Right, so he brought Iris's phone to the Baghead.
She ate it.
The Baghead ate the phone.
She ate the phone. I was like, don't tell me she going.
She ate the phone, bitch. God damn. She fucking ate the phone. Greedy bitch. She a greedy Anyway, she turned into Iris.
I was like, she not gonna eat that.
She ate that shit.
A full ass phone.
That's an iPhone.
5.7 inch.
That's an iPhone. She ate the iPhone. Oh my God.
Okay.
Oh man.
All right.
She ate that shit.
I can't believe that. I said she ate the phone.
With no problem. She got
Talk about deep throat to another. All right.
Oh, so she turned into Iris, and the guy and Neil was like, "Okay, I did it. You know, put my name on the deed. Blah blah blah."
She's like, "You killed me."
Right? She came.
You
Iris,
coward.
Iris came back like, "Bitch, you killed me. Damn! Just so you can see your wife." Yeah.
Them 2 minutes must have been pretty quick, cause the entity was like, "You brought her body to me. I should say thank you." So now the guardian is dead. The entity has no guardian, so now she's able to be free.
So you know what she did to Neil, y'all. Y'all know what she did to Neil. She held his hand and said, "Long live the king."
She did break his wrist.
She broke his wrist. She held his hand. See, like, please.
She said, "Long live the king."
He said, "Long live the king." She broke his wrist.
She did.
Then she took the chair and what flashback that they had? Was it a flash? Oh, then it was a flashback on how the bag lady, because the baghead is like a witch.
Yes,
she's the one that orchestrated
the entire
everything.
So can you imagine? So yeah, she was the one that was behind the guy who was actually really dead.
The guy was dead. That
he wasn't even real.
Right, because Iris and Katie tried to go back
and there was nothing
to
there.
The office, and there was nothing there.
So she was the one that was behind Katie drawing the weird shit. The guy Neil giving with the money. I mean, she's powerful.
Yeah. So the Baghead orchestrated everything
for her release.
She really made this movie. She's a directorial debut.
Yes, the producer and the writer. Absolutely.
She wrote everything so she can be free. Mm-hmm. And then finally, the pub went into flames because originally the dad, when he said it ends with me, set the basement on fire, but ended up setting himself on fire, and he died of the fire burns. Yeah, and the place then never burned down.
And guys, really quick, just to pivot back to like a part of the movie, Iris actually summoned the dad and spoke to the dad for the 2 minutes.
Oh yeah, that's right.
And the dad was like, "What the hell? What happened? Like, why are you here? What's going on?" Yeah. The dad really thought he burnt the place down. Yeah, he really believed that, but it didn't work that way because the witch, you know, she burned his ass, and then she killed him.
Didn't burn his ass.
She killed him.
He walked into the fire and he got caught on fire.
That's true. But when he got upstairs, it's like the flames was just never there.
That's true.
Yeah. So she's the original Bennett witch.
Yeah, she is the original Bennett witch. That bitch is powerful as fuck.
She's powerful as hell.
So of course she takes over. She takes over Iris's body because Iris is dead, and the body's in the building with the best friend and Neil. So all their bodies is to ashes. So none of the wives. So now she's out there roaming free.
Yep, that's what she wants. She wanted to be free.
She wanted to be free. So now
after 400 years.
Yeah.
So yeah, you know what that says? What does that say?
Give us our reparations.
Besides, including that, but like you see how like the brotherhood. And utilizing these women with abilities and shit just go way left. It's like cursing your whole entire fucking lineage.
Your whole life.
You don't curse your whole lineage.
Yeah.
Anyway,
you're being stupid.
Yes, and fucking with shit you have no idea. And then murdering. You done killed the goddamn lady.
And you killed her violently.
Yeah, so it's like how
burned her alive.
How else did you think this was gonna play out? Yeah. If I was a witch too, you know what I'm saying, I would be like, nobody's getting out of this,
right? Because
ain't no way.
And it makes you want to kind of root for the witch because it's not her fault.
It's not her fault. Y'all imprisoned her. She was like,
she want to be free.
I cursed you all. Everybody's cursed. And that's that. Your kids.
And that was the end. Because that was the end of the lineage.
Yes. That was the end.
She was free.
She was free, guys. So yeah.
So that's the movie, y'all. That's Baghead. It wasn't that bad.
I mean, it was okay.
It was okay. Surprisingly, because it's from Shudder, you know what to expect with Shudder.
It doesn't make you shudder. Okay? It makes you shudder in disgust.
Oh, but it was one part of the movie where Katie like got scared by the ghost that the witch conjured up, and when she pushed her laptop, it was a scene where the laptop looked like it was glued to the table.
Y'all didn't see that part. So when y'all editing, y'all don't see. Did y'all really think that we would like not catch that? I didn't catch that. D caught that.
The continuity person.
We went back, and I was like, wow.
Yeah,
the laptop is a part of the table.
It's a part of the table.
Done.
I was like, why y'all ain't cut that scene out?
Come on now. I know this is the age of Aquarius, supposedly, and everything's supposed to be like, we supposed to know everything, and everything that's hidden is unhidden, but goddamn. I'm going to need y'all to do better.
I laugh at that shit.
That was funny.
Anywho,
guys.
That's Baghead. Let us know your thoughts.
What you guys think?
Did you like it? Did you like the film? It was alright.
It was okay. It was entertaining.
It was. Are you not entertained?
Yeah,
we were entertained.
We were entertained. So what do you guys think about Baghead?
Let us know on our email address.
Yes.
At 2drunksistas@gmail.com. The number 2, drunk, DRUNK, sistas. sistas@gmail.com. Thank you guys for listening. We appreciate you guys supporting us. And have a great
day, evening, night, weekend, day. Wow.
I like it.
Day, evening, night. All right, y'all.
All right. Peace.